Rock and roll icon Alice Cooper is being canceled by a cosmetics company he had a partnership with over some recent statements he made during an interview with Stereogum to promote his new record called Road, which is out everywhere now. This is actually Alice Cooper's 28th album, releasing while he is 75 years of age. I saw him perform this year. He's actually unbelievably mobile up on stage for his age. Seriously, if anybody has seen him live, back me up on this. Really incredible live performances. But during this recent interview, he has faced some backlash for comments that he made during this. It also appears that the guitarist of The Offspring, Noodles, is throwing some shade at him for these statements during this conversation. So first, let's take a look at what the cosmetics company said. They're saying that they're going to be issuing refunds for all of the orders of people for this product launch they were going to be doing together. It's not going to be happening now. This is what they said in their statement in light of that interview. They shared on their Instagram, in light of recent statements by Alice Cooper, we will no longer be doing a makeup collaboration. We stand with all members of the LGBTQIA+ community and believe everyone should have access to healthcare. All pre-order sales will be refunded. So this all stems from a conversation with Stereogum in which he was asked, as someone who played around with gender expectations early on, do you have any thoughts on what some of your contemporaries have said before they walked those comments back? To which Cooper responded, yeah, I'm understanding that there are cases of transgender, but I'm afraid that it's also a fad. And I'm afraid that there are a lot of people claiming to be this just because they want to be that. I find it wrong when you've got a 6-year-old kid who has no idea. He just wants to play, and you're confusing him, telling him, yeah, you're a boy, but you could be a girl if you want to be. I think that's so confusing to a kid. It's even confusing to a teenager. You're still trying to find your identity, and yet here's this thing going on saying, yeah, you can be anything you want. You can be a cat if you want to be. I mean, if you identify as a tree, and I'm going, come on, what are we in a novel? It's absurd. That is going now to the point of absurdity. The whole woke thing, nobody can answer this question. Maybe you can. Who's making the rules? Is there a building somewhere in New York where people sit down every day and say, okay, we can't say mother now. We have to say birthing person. Get that out on the wire right now. Who is the person making these rules? I don't get it. I'm not being old school about it. I'm being logical about it. It's getting to the point now where it's laughable. If anybody was trying to make a point on this thing, they turned it into a huge comedy. I don't know one person who agrees with the woke thing. I don't know one person. Everybody I talk to says, isn't it stupid? And I'm going, well, I respect people. I respect people who they are. But I'm not going to tell a 7-year-old boy, go put a dress on, maybe you're a girl. And he's going, no, I'm not, I'm a boy. So I say, let somebody at least become sexually aware of who they are before they start thinking about if they're a boy or a girl. A lot of the times I look at it this way, the logical way. If you have these genitals, you're a boy. If you have those genitals, you're a girl. There's a difference between I'm a male who is a female or I'm a female that's a male and wanting to be a female. You were born a male. Okay, so that's a fact. You have these little things here. Now, the difference is you want to be female. Okay, that's something you can do later on if you want to, but you're not a male born a female. To which the interviewer responded, I don't think parents are encouraging doubt in their kids' identities. I would hope that they would listen to their kids and find pediatricians that provide appropriate care. To which Cooper responded, well, I can see somebody really taking advantage of this though. A guy can walk into a woman's bathroom at any time and just say, I feel like I'm a woman today, and have the time of their life in there. And he's not in the least bit, he's just taking advantage of that situation. Well, that's going to happen. Somebody's going to get, and then somebody's going to say, well, I felt like a girl that day, and then I felt like a guy. Where do you draw this line? Something is going to raise its ugly head, and all of a sudden people are going to start going, wait a minute, we've got to get this under control. It's almost like people with AI. People would say, well, what about AI? And I say, the only person that shouldn't have AI is Paul McCartney. It's dangerous. And so now you have Noodles as well, the guitarist of The Offspring, appearing to react to this, sharing this on Twitter. It's so disheartening to see some aging rockers outing themselves as anti-trans bigots, especially those rockers who were gender-bending pioneers in their youth. So those are Alice Cooper's full thoughts. There have been bits and pieces taken here and there on social media. That's everything he said in that interview on this subject. So let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, hit that subscribe button with notifications on for the latest news and updates right here at Rockfeed.